So we all know that this Philadelphia 76ers start has been abysmal this season. I did a rebuild a couple weeks ago, just rebuilding the 76ers because they're at the bottom of the Eastern Conference right now. Well, how about they had a redo at the 2024 offseason? That's what we're going to be doing today. What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? So yeah, we are doing an offseason rebuild with the Philadelphia 76ers. If you remember, they got eliminated in round one against the New York Knicks and was probably the most entertaining playoff series from last year's playoffs. They were going to have a maxi contract extension to deal with. Tobias Harris, though, his max contract from a couple off seasons ago, off the books. Buddy Hield, off the books. Basically, everybody here was a free agent outside of a couple players on the team. So I think they made one good move in the offseason. I mean, drafting Jared McCain was an A+ for me, and that's something I'm going to try to redo here. But I think if they had another crack at it, maybe instead of giving Paul George all that money, we can give it to better role players on this team so then that this team could survive when Joel Embiid is hurt for basically half the season. So shout out to Dick Barnett, Chauncey Billups, Vince Carter, Doug Collins, Michael Cooper, and Walter Davis making it to the Hall of Fame. I'm glad that's accurate. So we're going to redo the draft lottery as well. Do the Detroit Pistons get a little bit luckier? And yes, they do. They get the #1 overall pick, so we'll see. If they take Zachary Sachet, do they still take Ron Holland? We'll see. Wizards at 2 get Alex Sarr still, maybe. 3, the Memphis Grizzlies. Do they take Donovan Clingan instead of Zach Edey? Spurs go to 4 from the Toronto pick, and their original pick drops to 7, and we are still chilling there at 16. We're going to still keep Nick Nurse as our head coach, even though I think Sixers fans may want him out already. And from pretty much what we know about this draft, maybe we take Dalton Connect, but I think the guy I want is Jared McCain, unless Reed Shepard somehow fell to 16, which he's just not going to. And I don't want to have to trade up for Jared McCain, so I'm going to do everything I can to get Jared McCain. So Alex Sarr goes to the Detroit Pistons. I wonder if they would have taken him with the #1 overall pick. The Wizards get Zachary Sachet at #2, so back-to-back years they get a French prospect in the top 10. The Grizzlies are trading the pick. I'm excited for this if it's for a player. Oh my God. Derek Lively going to Memphis. I thought that was going to maybe say like Kyrie Irving or something. All right, Derrick Rose, 3rd pick going to Dallas. Are they going to take a big? They take an auto-generated guy. I just love 2K. The Spurs end up getting Reed Shepard at #4. Stephon Castle, #5 to the Charlotte Hornets. I feel like the Hornets would have been better off with Castle over Salon, just basically of what he could be as a complementary piece to LaMelo Ball. There goes Buzelis. The San Antonio Spurs are trading the 7th pick for Jalen Johnson. Oh my God. Jalen Johnson and Wemby in that front court, and they pair up Dalton Connect with Trae Young. Donovan Clingan goes to the Jazz. Don't be Jared McCain going to the Rockets. They're actually trading that pick for John Collins and Jordan Clarkson to take Terrence Shannon Jr. And Jalen Tyson goes to the Atlanta Hawks. I am scared that Jared McCain is going to go, and I really want to have Jared McCain on this team. Oh boy, and of course we have a stepping role, so maybe it's going to have to be after the draft. We'll see about this. So the next pick is Ron Holland. Oh my God, we're a couple picks away. Cody Williams. All right, Sacramento. I know he's the hometown kid. Don't take him. Okay, they take an auto-generated guy. Love you, 2K. I mean, I really don't. Portland, they're trading the pick with the Knicks for some future first, okay? And the Knicks take Tristan DeSilva. Just don't take Jared McCain. They take Rob Dillingham. All right, so Zach Edey on the board. I mean, we definitely want to get a replacement, or excuse me, a backup to Joel Embiid. T.J. Salon's on the board. But no, we are going to go with Jared McCain, the original pick, because he is looking like the best rookie so far out of this whole class. And the team got Adem Bona in the 2nd round. Well, Yves Missi fell to the 2nd round in a redraft, so we're going to take him. And then we also had another 2nd rounder, and I took Pacome Dadiet, who went in the 1st round to the New York Knicks. So Dadiet, Missi, and Jared McCain, welcome to Philadelphia, as we are going to have a max contract spot, which originally went to Paul George. But I wonder if this team would be better off going after like an Isaiah Hartenstein or a Simone Fontecchio and some of these role players, DeAnthony Melton, that we would have bird rights on. All right, and we offered some deals. Maxey gets a deal from the Lakers, so we're going to have to match that on the first day of free agency. Do we have to renounce the rights on everybody to get this done? We may have to. So they were able to use like that rookie, or excuse me, that KJ Martin, who they gave him like $7 million a year to eventually trade him probably after December 15th. But we are going to re-sign Maxey, 4 years, 147. We're picking up Isaiah Hartenstein, 3 years, $40 million to give us a legitimate backup center to Joel Embiid. DeAnthony Melton, I know what he can provide defensively. We saw that in the Golden State system. And we're going to take a flyer on Isaac Okoro, who can maybe be a 3D piece for us, as Cleveland does not match that. We're also going to be bringing in Tyus Jones, who should be better for us than what Kyle Lowry was. I would like to keep rookie counsel, but I'm not going to be able to. So we're going to sign Tyus Jones, and we're going to bring in Javonte Green and still bring back Eric Gordon. So yeah, we're building this team around Maxey and Embiid. We'll see how good Jared McCain is as a rookie, but then we're just having a way deeper roster around this team. And we are going to do this trade. Welcome back to Philadelphia, Jalen McDaniels, but nobody really knew that Ochai Agbaji was going to break out this year. I mean, maybe outside of the Raptors front office. So we are going to trade B-Ball Paul to Toronto. They could definitely use some big man depth. We're sending them a 2027 second, and we're getting Ochai Agbaji, who could be a rotational piece for us, and Jalen McDaniels. And we're not going to be able to give him $7 million a year, but we are going to re-sign Kenyon Martin Jr. on a 1-year deal worth 3.48. So did any switch up? Okay, LeBron signs with the Jazz. It was a rumor, I think, at one point that Paul George could go to Orlando. It never really became too much. Like, there was the OKC rumor, the Orlando rumor. Pascal Siakam goes to Detroit. DeRozan goes to the Thunder. Okay. And here we are, play progression with Embiid dropping down in overall, but Maxi's going up, Tyus Jones is going up, and everybody else kind of goes up. Green and Gordon go down, but I don't think they were going to crack the rotation. And this is going to be LeBron's last year, as there is going to be a retirement tour right now. So I just think Melton, he was hurt last year, and unfortunately he did get hurt this year with the Warriors. We're going to start him out as the shooting guard. I don't think he's going to play a ton. I like the idea of Okoro as well for what he could do as a 3-and-D guy. I still think we need to figure out our power forward, so we didn't get like a Caleb Martin this time around. Or maybe we just take a book out of what I think the Thunder are going to do with Embiid and Isaiah Hartenstein. So like, they were obviously going to try to go with Chet and Hartenstein. They were both hurt at different times to start off the year, but let's do that. Let's go Hartenstein 32 minutes, Embiid 35. Tyus Jones is going to be the backup point guard, and then trying to figure out who gets these other spots. Definitely O'Shea, definitely Jared McCain, and then I'm going to give McCain probably like 24 minutes a night. I mean, it might take him a little bit of time, 23 minutes a night. Yeah, let's make Jared McCain the sixth man. I'm all for that. I got about 26 minutes left. We can give you Misi, I think, some minutes as the backup 5. I guess like the third string 5. And then do I want to give any minutes to these guys? I guess we could see Kenyon Martin Jr. play like 10 minutes a night. So with 6 more minutes, I'm going to give him to, I think Maxi can get 37. That's fine. Let's go 29 to Melton, 26 to Okoro. Did we make this team better? I'm not too sure, honestly. I think for this year, for 2025, probably not. Like, Paul George is better than most of those guys that we picked up. Not surprised, as we shouldn't have this Raptors pick. I'll make sure I won't, but I do think we're going to be set up to be all right going forward. We still have some draft picks. Now we have better depth on this team. We did start off the season with a loss to the Bucks. All right, maybe this is not what the 76ers should have done in the offseason. We are 19-31, and in the Eastern Conference, you never know, that could still be a playing tournament spot, but maybe we're going to add a Cooper Flight to this team at this rate. Oh boy, Embiid is playing like an MVP. He really is. He's putting up 29, 14, and 3. Tyrese Maxey playing like an MVP. Maybe we could use a better third scorer. I think Jared McCain has been great as a rookie for us in this. 36 from 3, 87 from the line. The Melton experiment hasn't been working. Tyus Jones is fine off the bench. The Isaac Okoro experiment hasn't been working. I don't know if I'm enjoying, like, the Hartenstein experiment I think has been good. He's a good defender. He's a great rebounder. Baji, maybe not as much either. And then you have Kenyon Martin Jr. and Misi. Yeah, maybe I'm relying too much on the young guys. And I probably needed a better swingman. I think Melton's maybe not good enough in 2K or Isaac Okoro to be that third guy for us, at least in that starting 5. So anybody that's a free agent at the end of the year could go at the deadline. So McDaniels could go, Martin, Green, or Gordon. And I'm going to make this trade with the Denver Nuggets. They picked up Colby Jones from the Sacramento Kings this year. They also drafted AJ Johnson instead of Deron Holmes at 28. But I'm going to acquire both those guys for Eric Gordon and Kenyon Martin Jr. They're going to be playing for a team much better, but out there in the West, because our pick is top 6 protected to the Thunder. So we need to be in the bottom 6 if we want to be able to keep our pick. It would be the worst thing ever if we end up 7 or 8. Just ask Raptors fans last year. It sucks. That's not where we want to be. For some reason, Boston's bad. Wait, what? How is Washington 2-48? This is one of the worst records I've ever seen. This is like if they just had all 50 overalls on their team. How? I mean, they didn't trade Denny. They have Poole, Kispert, Kuzma, Bagley. Jeez, man. Who'd they draft? Oh, they drafted Reese Hache, and he has not been good. And Luka wins the 2025 MVP, where Jared McCain, I guess we can't see the stats, ends up getting your Rookie of the Year, which I think he can get in real life. I don't think his numbers are going to be that poor by the end of the year, but at least we are stepping in the right direction. Jalen Duren is an LA Laker, and he wins most improved, no, 6th man of the year. Damn, Joel Embiid, all NBA first team, 49% from the field, 36 from 3, 89% from the line. And Joel Embiid also gets on all defensive second team. Obviously, McCain is going to be on all rookie first team, and we didn't end up in the playing tournament, which I guess is the possibility for the 76ers in real life, but I try to go a different route. And unless we get insanely lucky in the lottery, we're not ending up with a top 6 pick, because the Wizards were historically bad at 9-73. I hope we get the best out of this 3-way tie, because that's probably going to determine if we get a top 6 pick or not, because these 3 teams are in the top 6. These 2 are in the top 6. So, like, we could be number 6 if we get one of these, but I have a bad feeling we're not going to keep our pick. So I said at the beginning of the video, maybe the Sixers should have went the all like role player signing route instead of signing Paul George, but this may be a bigger disaster. And oh my God, Victor Wembanyama is your Western Conference Finals MVP, Brunson in the East. I don't know if it's because like you start in the offseason that you can't just see any of their stats. So Knicks, Spurs, NBA Finals, and Wemby in the San Antonio Spurs just won the 2025 NBA title with no Chris Paul. They have Clint Capella, Tobias Harris gets a ring, Jalen Johnson as well. That's kind of crazy. And LeBron calls it a quits on the Utah Jazz. That makes total sense. All right, so where are we in the draft lottery? Our pick is top 6 protected, and it's there at number 7. Oh my God, this may be the worst possible scenario for the 76ers. We need that to jump into the top 4. We do. Please give me some luck. Oh God, it dropped to 8. So therefore, the Thunder get a top 10 pick from Philadelphia. I should have just shut down Embiid for the rest of the year. Oh, this is a disaster. All right, we're going to say the Isaac Okoro experiment just didn't work out. We're going to be sending him and Colby Jones to the Lakers, as well as a 2029 second for Jalen Wilson. Not a bad player. I don't think he's going to crack the rotation, but I'm getting Malcolm Brogdon, who's coming off a pretty good year for the Lakers, and I think he's going to replace DeAnthony Melton in the starting 5, but we'll see. And I don't know if DeAnthony Melton has this type of value to the Thunder, but could I trade him and AJ Johnson for Jay Will and my pick back? They would want Hartenstein, and I get Utah's pick next year, which is kind of enticing, but I don't want to give up Hartenstein. I know they want I don't know if there's anybody I could throw in. Like I could throw in Tyus Jones. I would throw in maybe my first round pick, or this Rockets pick next year, if that means I can get a top 10 pick in this year's draft. Yeah. All right. This is what I don't get. Why do you counter offer it with giving me another first, and I just have to give you 2 seconds? I'm going to take that every time. I just think we've had the same problem. If I reacted to a rebuild from 2K18, I feel like we would have had the same issue back then, and nothing's really changed almost a decade later with that. All right, so we are on the clock, and it's been Flagg, Harper, Bailey, Igor Demon, Edgecombe, Toppin, and Trey Johnson. I would have liked Trey Johnson. No one Traore sounds cool and all, but I don't really need another guard. So I'm going to draft Concanippo here. He has the size. I worry about the defensive ability, but he went to Duke like Jared McCain, should be a good shooter out of the gate. We are going to sign Concanippo to a 2-year deal. We're going to bring back Abaji, but there's a chance it could trade him. Misi and Dadier are going to come back as well. And yeah, Jalen Brunson doesn't sign that team-friendly extension with the Knicks, so he's a free agent out here. And Isaiah Joe doesn't sign that extension either, and he was once a 76er. Let's bring him back. I'm going to offer him a 3-year deal worth $23 million. And I'm also going to be doing this trade with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm giving them Abaji back, who they did like before the 2022 draft, because they drafted him. Giving them Pacomi Dadier and Yves Misi, some young talent. I'm getting a first-round pick. Sure, thank you. And Isaiah Stewart in this deal, the more important ad, who could honestly be the starting power forward to start off the year. Concanippo could start off with the 3, because Isaiah Joe at 6'3", maybe a little small for that. And he signed with the Miami Heat last year, but I'm going to be trading Tyus Jones to Miami for Patrick Williams to just give us more size on the perimeter. I traded for Brogdon this offseason. We obviously have Maxey and McCain, just signed Isaiah Joe back to Philadelphia. We drafted Concanippo, so I wanted kind of another power forward, but I think I may make Patrick Williams a small forward, and his overall goes up. So Jason Tatum decides to go to the Bulls. That is insane. Because I guess in this game, yeah, he didn't sign that super max yet with them. So Joel Embiid goes down to a 95 overall. Maxey's up to a 91. Patrick Williams is an 82. I don't know if this is a good enough core once again around Maxey and Embiid, but we're going to figure that out. So I did have to sign Duncan Robinson, Kyle Anderson, and Dennis Smith Jr. just to minimums, but we do have Jay Well as like a 3rd string center, which is nice. But this is what it's going to look like. Tyrese Maxey, Isaiah Joe, Patrick Williams, Isaiah Stewart, and Joel Embiid, with Jared McCain, Isaiah Hartenstein, Malcolm Brogdon, Concanippo, all off the bench. System proficiency is going to be 4-star balanced under Nick Nurse, and hopefully this year's a little bit different. All right, Paul George beats us to start off the year. I'm like, hopefully this is going to be different. And then the Wizards were like one of the worst teams, if not the worst team of all time last year, beat us by 28. I'm going to figure out what works, and I'm going to figure out what doesn't. I can't put all my eggs into the Jared McCain basket. Obviously, I'd like him to be as good as he is in real life, but 2K may just not allow it. All right, so we are better this year. We are 24-27 at the deadline, so there is a chance we could make the playoffs. We are currently in the play-in tournament. We have a negative 0.1 point differential. The Nets, who are the 6th seed, are much worse than us, I think. And they're only, we're only a game back of the 6th seed. We're 2 games back of the 5 seed. We are 4 games back of the 4 seed. So there's a chance we can get the 4 seed at the end of the year. I'm going to buy. We don't have many great years of Joel Embiid left. Exhibit A, as he's fallen off, and we didn't sign him to that extension. Jared McCain has been better, which is great to see in year number 2. Patrick Williams has been good. Isaiah Stewart's been good. I don't know why this team is bad, honestly. Maybe I'm relying too much on Isaiah Joe. And I'm thinking about making a trade. I'm going to send Isaiah Joe. Didn't really work. I feel like he'll bounce back next year, though, and he's only 26. Like, I would love to get Andrew Nemhard from the Indiana Pacers. That is my goal. I would offer you Jay Will. I have some draft picks to move. This pick doesn't have the greatest value in the world. Oh, and it only took me 1 first to get Andrew Nemhard, who didn't get extended as well, like, because this is going on before the offseason on that deal. So it's 4 years, $38 million, which I think is great. Now I think this allows us to play Isaiah Joe a little bit less per night. I think Concanippo is going to be out of the rotation. He's not bad. Like, maybe he'll play for the rest of the regular season, but he's not going to play in the playoffs. I think Jared McCain ends up getting like 24 minutes. And then, yeah, I think Isaiah Joe, that's fine. We're going to play Andrew Nemhard about 25 minutes tonight, but I think I like the Nemhard Maxey backcourt. Embiid will resign. I got to make him a Sixer for life. We're trying to complete the process with him. And Luka goes back-to-back with MVP awards, and we can actually see the stats again, which is nice. Cooper Flagg in Portland is your Rookie of the Year. Jalen Duren, Sixth Man of the Year. Wemby is your Depoy. Kobe Buffkin, Most Improved. Shout out to him in Atlanta. That is definitely a deserving Most Improved. It's always nice when 2K actually gives out a deserving one. As the Bulls executive, I guess would be Arturas Karnisovas, ends up executive of the year, which makes sense because they did sign Jason Tatum, which was the top free agent last year. We didn't get Embiid or Maxey on an All-NBA team. I just lied straight to your guys' faces because Maxey did make All-NBA third team. He was unreal. 28 points, 5.5 assists, 53, 44, 92 splits for Mr. Maxey. And we did get Joel Embiid on all defensive second team. No Concanipo on an all rookie team. We ended up not as a playoff team, but we ended up as the 17th seed. So we're going to be playing in the playing tournament. I'd much rather face Detroit than Chicago. So hopefully we can win the first leg. We actually finished with the same record as the Hawks. Damn, we really could have gotten that 4 seed. We could have even gotten the 3 seed if we weren't so bad to start off the year. And obviously, Maxey was the leading scorer, followed by Embiid, McCain, Patrick Williams, Andrew Nemhard, and Isaiah Stewart. So for the playoffs, Concanipo is not going to be in the rotation. We do have a lot of guards. I know, like we have Brogdon, we have McCain, we have Hartenstein, we have Joe. I think McCain stays as the 6th man. I think Joe and Brogdon are going to get 15 minutes apiece. We'll go 18 to Hartenstein, 24 to McCain, 36 to Embiid. Let's go 40 to Maxey. Let's go 30 to the forwards. And we can go 31 to Andrew Nemhard. All right, so we're taking on the Toronto Raptors in the first leg. The last time these two teams faced each other in the playoffs, well, the Sixers did beat them in the 2022 playoffs, but we all remember what happened in 2019. So let's see if we're able to win here at the Wells Fargo Center. We're in 2026, so the Wells Fargo Center is not in Chinatown yet. It is still in South Philly, and we are up by 16 here in the fourth quarter. We flirted with blowing that and choking it. We give up 51 points in the fourth quarter. Great clutch defense, everybody. And Embiid and Maxey combined for 66. Brogdon had 24 points in 15 minutes, but we are going to advance to the playoffs. First time in this video going up against the Detroit Pistons. We're the 7th seed. And they have a brand new looking front court. They have Pascal Siakam and Walker Kessler. Asor Thompson there at the 3. Jaden Ivey at the 2. First game against them goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. Like, we could beat them. I feel like we can easily beat them. And to be honest with you, I don't know who I'm scared of. Like, this is a Knicks team without Karl-Anthony Towns. Game number 2 does go to the Detroit Pistons, 139-108. And I think if you guys want to see another version of this, like just redoing a team's offseason, let me know. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves, by not trading away Cat, would be an interesting one. And maybe we trade away Gobert, and we lose game 3. Let's get back to the matter at hand here as we lose by 6. Once again, our defense stinks. Come on, Hartenstein. Come on, Pat, Will, and Stewart. You guys are supposed to help me out. It's supposed to be the Isaiah Stewart revenge series, and we go down 3-1. So I'm getting all cocky after we win game 1, and then we just lost 3 in a row. Are we going to lose 4 in a row? Yeah. All right, well, I guess we were never really contenders, and we were pretenders. As Embiid and Maxey were great, I guess I still got to figure out who's going to be the number 3. Is it going to be Patrick Williams? Is Jared McCain going to be that role? Maybe. We'll see. There's Brogdon. I don't know. I think we'll make some notable move in the offseason to look to get a legitimate option at the small forward spot or the power forward spot. And I think we're fine with Nemhard and McCain being the shooting guard rotation. You're going to have the Pistons and the Thunder in the NBA Finals, and it's going to go to the Detroit Pistons in 7. So at least we lost to the team that won it all. I was so happy to face Detroit and not Chicago, and they were the inevitable champions. So Russ, Brooke, Curry, Vucevic all retire. There goes some other guys as well. Stotts, Bryant, and Kenny Johnston all head to the Hall of Fame. Or excuse me, coaching retirements as Curry and Russ head to the Hall of Fame. And we are here with the draft lottery. I don't know if we have any first round picks in this draft from another team. We do own our first round pick at 21. And I think maybe from the Isaiah Joe trade, no, the Andrew Nemhard trade, I think we traded away a first round pick. So that pick actually ended up being 11. Damn. All right. So I traded a lottery pick for Nemhard, which I'm fine with. We have the 21st pick in this draft. We could look to trade up. We could look to trade out. Do I think Nick Nurse is the guy for this team? If I can get Ty Lue, I think I'll take Ty Lue here. I think Ty Lue does a great job with the Clippers, and we get Ty Lue. All right, so we don't get Paul George, but we get a different former Clipper, and that is going to be the head coach in Ty Lue. Let's see, the Orlando Magic with Paul George were the second worst team in the NBA. Wow, and he's coming off the bench. And they drafted Dylan Harper. The team is kind of sick. All right, I'm going after my scoring option. I want to see if I could trade Patrick Williams, Isaiah Joe. I think I may be able to just do it with those guys because they were willing to give me a first rounder. So we'll try this, though. Williams and Joe for marketing. he didn't get that massive extension from Utah. He's making 26 mil a year. I think the Sixers were also like, I don't know if they were ever in a realistic scenario to get him if they didn't get Paul George, but I know that their fans wanted to go after Markkanen. Even I think after they signed Paul George, they could have gone there some cap wise. It would have to be a sign and trade, but we're going to send them Patrick Williams and Isaiah Joe. We're going to get Lauri Markkanen. Now I'm deciding between playing him at the 3 or the 4, because I think I'd be fine either way. And AJ DeBanton goes to the Boston Celtics, so he is the Jason Tatum replacement. And we got a stud with the 21st pick, Will Riley. Love watching him at Illinois. I feel like he's going to be in the 2024 draft. So let's sign Jared McCain. Luka Doncic is going to be a free agent. I will offer Jalen Wilson the qualifying offer. So figuring out our rotation for next year, I may look to move Malcolm Brogdon because I'm fine with it being Maxey, Nembhard, and McCain in a trio cycle for the guard spots. But I do have about 9 guys that I'm willing to play. I could sign somebody as well, Rui Hachimura. I could get Lou Dort. I mean, the last former Thunder I tried getting was Isaiah Joe. It didn't really work out, but I feel like Lou Dort would be sick. Yeah, let's try to, how much can I offer him? Can I offer him that, please? Boom, we just got Lou Dort to Philly, so I had to do that. Maybe I move Malcolm Brogdon. Maybe I stick with the 10-man rotation. Does Paolo Banchero leave Orlando because he's like, I don't want to play with Paul George anymore? As Franz Wagner also left Orlando. He's like, I don't want to play with PG either. He goes to the Clippers, and Jalen Suggs left as well. Oh my God. He just destroyed that Magic team. All right, so Embiid is starting to regress. He's down to a 93 overall. Maxey's at a 92. Markkanen's at a 87. Nembhard 83. Knipple 82. Jared McCain 81. Isaiah Stewart at an 81. And Malcolm Brogdon's starting to regress, something we'll definitely keep an eye on. There's going to be no farewell tours at the end of the year. I think Nembhard's probably a better starter, and then Jared McCain is going to operate as a 6-man this year. So we're going to have Maxey, Nembhard, Markkanen, Stewart, Embiid. I like that. Definitely not Knipple as a 6-man. I want to keep that as Jared McCain. And then we're going to have Lou Dort, Malcolm Brogdon. I think Dort can get 20 minutes tonight. Hardenstein can get probably 17. 16 is the backup center. Let's go 26 to McCain. So it's going to be McCain, Dort, Knipple, Hardenstein, Brogdon off the bench. That is pretty good. I would like to go probably 33 minutes to Markkanen. Let's go 35 to Maxey, 35 to Embiid. Yeah, that's something we can ride with this year. System efficiency is going to be 4.5-star balanced under Ty Lue. Can we please be good? Yes, we do beat the Washington Wizards to start off the year. They signed Paolo Banchero. Who is on this Orlando Magic team? They were destroyed from Paul George from within. So they have De'Aaron Fox, they have Dylan Harper, Paul George, Grant Williams, Sean Collins. It's just not the Orlando Magic you may expect in year number 3. We do lose to the Miami Heat, and then we do end up blowing out Andrew Nembhard's old team. Jared McCain had 28 points in 23 minutes. The dude is a bucket right now. And look who's at the top of the Eastern Conference, who has the best point differential in the East, but not the NBA. That would go to the Dallas Mavericks, who traded Derek Lively on draft night a couple years ago. Didn't they trade? Oh yeah, it was for that auto-generated guy, because 2K just puts them in their draft classes sometimes. He's not even on the team anymore. So they basically just gifted away Derek Lively for free. Maxey has been our leading scorer, but it's nice to have 3 guys above 17 points per game, and that's why we have Markkanen. Jared McCain is shooting 37% from 3 and 88% from the line. Isaiah Stewart shooting 40% from 3. Andrew Nembhard is getting it done in multiple ways, not just scoring. Lou Dort would like for him to be a little bit better, and I do think I gave up quickly on Isaiah Joe. Like, is he still on the Pacers? Can I look at this? He is not. They have Jamal Murray over there. I also feel like I gave Isaiah Joe to the Jazz, not the Pacers. Yeah, definitely. So Isaiah Joe is now on the Clippers. And yeah, no, he never really figured it out. I mean, still a good 3-point shooter, but not really much outside of that. I'm 41-10. I'm at the top of the East. I kind of don't want to break things up. I know Malcolm Brogdon is a free agent at the end of the year. He wants the veteran minimum. We're going to bring him back on that. Hardenstein will come back. I feel like more realistic of a contract would be double digits per year. So we're going to give him, I think, a new 3-year extension, just having that good backup center for this team. Stewart's team option we're definitely picking up on. And Maxey, we can worry about that in the offseason. All right, so Luka Doncic wins another MVP. AJ DeBanton, the #1 pick, is your rookie of the year. Jaden Hardy just dropped 23 a night. Shot 40. Oh my God, he's turning into a star over in Los Angeles. That's pretty cool. YB Depoy, Igor Demon, most improved. Cade, clutch player of the year. And Jason Kidd, coach of the year. Damn, I thought Ty Lue, who turned our team around, maybe that was like a big reason why we were good this year, because of Ty Lue. We didn't get anybody on an All-NBA team. I'm surprised no Maxey. And we actually didn't get anybody anywhere, even though we were the 1 seed. I feel like that happens a lot. I don't know. You just get the 1 seed and you don't get rewarded too much. We actually had the same record as Detroit. I feel like we were much better than them, but hey, we both went 61-21. Thank God we had the tiebreaker. I would have been upset if we didn't get the 1 seed. I feel like there's some pride in that. And I think we're going to trim down the rotation to a 9-man in the playoffs. Malcolm Brogdon, you've been really good for us. I'll take what you did, but you know what? We have younger guys, and I think a little bit better as our guard trio of Maxey, Nembhard, and Jared McCain. So I'm going to go about 28 to McCain. Let's go about 37 to Embiid. Let's go 29 to Stewart, 34 to Markkinen. Maybe we actually just go 35 to Embiid, and we'll do 38 to Maxey. So round number 1 against Charlotte, taking on LaMelo Ball, Stephon Castle, who they drafted, Brandon Miller, Jake Arabia. They have Mark Williams, Nick Smith, Sadiq Bey, Darius Baisley. Are we able to beat them in round number 1? And yes, we can. All right, so we get our first playoff series since, geez, how long? The 2023 season when they beat the Brooklyn Nets in round number 1. So it's been a minute, but hey, Maxey dropped 30 and B dropped 24. We are 3 series away from completing the process. The Sixers and Embiid have never beaten Jason Tatum in the playoffs. They've never gone up against Chicago in the playoffs. So can we beat them in advance of the conference finals? Yes, we can. We win in 5. And this team is 8-2 in its first 2 playoff series. In round number 2, Maxey dropped 35 and 8. Markkinen, it has been a steady number 3 option. That's all I need him to be. We're taking on Detroit, looking for revenge. They beat us last year. No, they got DeAnthony Melton, who is looking for a revenge series. Okay, let's see what happens. You got Dallas and Portland over in the West. We win game 1. 3 games away. This is also the first conference finals in the Embiid Sixers era. We do lose game 2, unfortunately. Game number 3 goes to Philadelphia. That would have been scary if we lost it, because then I would be like, all right, we're not winning this series. Game 4 goes to Philly. We are 1 game away. We just beat them by 17. Maxey with 40, Embiid with 22. And can we win in 5? Nope. They force a game 6. And we do win in 6 with Maxey and Luka getting your conference finals MVPs. We advance to take on, the Mavericks got conference finals MVP in Luka, but they did not beat Portland. So we're going up against the Blazers. Jared McCain, you got to be better. You can't be shooting 38% from the field in the conference finals. That's just not going to cut it. So we're going up against Cooper Flagg. They didn't trade for Denny Avdia. They have Jabari Smith Jr. as well over in Portland. Kind of like that. I mean, offensively, that's fun. Jabari and Aiden at like their peak. Oh, they've just Kawhi Leonard off the bench. Maybe that's why they're there. They have Ben Simmons as well. We do win game 1 by 40, 155-115. McCain dropped 30. He heard me call him out, and he's playing much better. Game number 2 goes to Philly, 124-109. 34 for Maxey, double-double for Markkinen. Game 3 goes to Portland. Okay, I thought we were going to run away with it. They can make it a brand new series. Markkinen, 1 of 10 from 3. Really? Game 4. Okay, goes to Philadelphia. 118-98. Markkinen drops 36. We are 1 game away from getting basically everybody on this team their first ring. I'm thinking about it. Nobody else has won a ring before, right? Lou Dort? I don't think so. I'm trying to remember who won it all in year 1. I don't think it was the Thunder, but I could be wrong. So we're up by 20. Let's get him beat his first ring. As we are going to force a miss there from Anthony Simons. Markkinen, honestly, doesn't look too bad in the Philly unis. Let's get it over to Lou Dort, so we don't have Maxey. And Kawhi, where are you going? Kick it out to Nembhard. Easy 3-ball. Nembhard is going to, of course, miss that. All right, so yeah, Maxey's not even on the floor. He's checking in. I can't believe Lou Dort just kind of attacked that closeout against Kawhi like that and just got right by him. And Cooper Flagg just throws it down on our head. That's what I was worried about. I feel like if we meet up against them like next year, I'm going to do 1 more year, we would be screwed. I also want to get, Jared McCain in. I don't want to deal with Andrew Nembhard. I mean, no disrespect, but this is Jared McCain's team. Come on, Jared McCain. Why am I taking that type of 3? Oh my God, if he hit that, I was going to go nuts. All right, Jared McCain coming off the screen. Cooper Flagg can't stay with them. Oh my God, yes he can. He just stuffed the shit out of me. Oh, that is Duke on Duke crime, and Cooper Flagg is just going to finish inside. All right, it's a 14-point game. They really just, and they're going to send the full court press. All right, Jared McCain, I need you to get Cooper Flagg back. Come on, you got to be faster than Flagg. You are not faster than Flagg. Are you serious? All right, let's see what we can do. Can we do a little step back with McCain here? Oh my God, stop stuffing me. That was just stupid. I'm actually just playing around too much. All right, Maxey's going to outrun Scoot Henderson. This is the speed we need, and Maxey is getting my first bucket playing actually here in the finals. Puts us back up by 2 touchdowns. And the Philadelphia 76ers win it all with Tyrese Maxey being your finals MVP. He dropped 31 points, 7.8 assists, 54, 97, 41 splits. I realized I said that out of order, so the 97 was the free throw and the 41 was the 3-point, not the other way around. And maybe this was the right decision after all. The year we win it all, and Paul George's 3rd year of the max contract with the Magic, he retires. He put up 9 points this year and shot 38% from the field and 31% from 3. Yeah, I think that was the right decision. I was always scared of that Paul George contract in the back half of it. I mean, he played well against the Hornets the other night. Maybe PG is going to be just fine this year. I mean, he's had a long track record of being very good, so I don't think he's going to be bad all of a sudden. But I do wonder if the speed, agility, quickness all slows down because he's getting up there in age. Then do we worry about him being a legitimate 3rd option for this team? So the 76ers here don't own our 1st round pick. It's going to go to Boston at 30. I want to run this team back. I think we can definitely compete for a title once again next year. We didn't have any draft picks in this draft, which is fine, as Alex Costanza is your #1 overall pick. We're going to pick up the team options on Con Knipple, Jared McCain, and Isaiah Stewart. Welcome back, everybody. So yeah, we do have like all the core returning for next year's season. Do we have any like legitimate free agents? Jalen Wilson? Sure. If somebody else wants to give him something, that is fine. We could sign like Kelly Oubre on a 1-year deal. 2-year deal, sure, just in case like we want to make a trade and we're going to bring back Jalen Wilson. So 2 Kansas Jayhawks right there. And we do see Embiid regress. Marketing regresses a little bit. I'm going to start Jared McCain this year at the 2, putting MR to the bench and just see how many points Jared McCain can average. All right, so we're going to go with Maxey and McCain as the backcourt, M&M, and then we got Marketing, I guess triple M, and then you got Stewart and Embiid there in the front court. We're going to have Con Knipple, Andrew Nembhard, Lou Dort, and Isaiah Hartenstein coming off the bench. That's a good 4-man bench unit. I'm fine with that. We're 4.5-star balanced. I'm trying to go and win a second title for Joel Embiid here in Philadelphia with the different route of the 2024 offseason. Not going with Paul George and going with some more role players around the big 2 of Maxey and Embiid. All right, so a little bit of a finals hangover. We are 31-20, which puts us 5th in the Eastern Conference, middle of the pack. The year Paul George retires, the Magic are apparently the 1 seed over here. They have Jabari Smith Jr. now. Dylan Harper and Casey Wallace in the same backcourt is sick. We do have a pretty good point differential, but so do the Cavs, the Bulls, and the Magic. So not like maybe we're a place off here in the East, but I don't know. Maybe we're going to make a trade, which I didn't want to like switch up this team. I like the core, and Embiid's obviously 33. His play is going down a decent amount, but that's why we have Hartenstein. Jared McCain is turning into the star that we expect him to be now. Maxey's been great. Marketing, I think, is fine. Con Knipple is breaking out in year #3. Like, maybe there's an Isaiah Stewart trade. Maybe there's an Andrew Nembhard trade. I don't really know where to go because this same core won a title last year. And I know Embiid and Marketing are getting up there, but the young guys should be coming into their prime. And honestly, I can't really find much that I want to do. So I don't think I'm going to make a trade. I thought maybe moving Stewart, like we have the Will Riley trade piece. But now I think I'm going to keep this team the same, which may be kind of risky. And Luka Doncic wins another MVP award. C-squared Rookie of the Year, Darius Cove Jr., 6th man. Wemby point, no surprise there. And we didn't get a Coach of the Year. No Ty Lue. Ty Lue disrespect out here. Trae Young on All-NBA first team. You got Tatum, Giannis, Shea, Jokic, and Haliburton on second team. Here's All-NBA third team. So no 76ers. No Tyrese Maxey, which I feel like is also super disrespectful to this team. We do end up as the 3 seed, so we were better in the second half. I'm glad I didn't blow up this team. We ended with the 3rd best point differential. Shout out to the Magic being that good without PG. I mean, that's not hard to do, but I feel like their team has been changing a ton. And I'm not really too scared of any team in the Western Conference. Here are the stats this season. Maybe Maxey didn't deserve to be on an All-NBA team. Do we start Knipple at the 3 and Marketing at the 4? The people are asking that, and I think we may just do that because Con Knipple has been breaking out, and I think he needs to play more. So Marketing next to Embiid in the front court gives us some size, and then, yeah, Andrew Nembhard's going to be the 6th man. We're going to have these 3 guys getting 17 minutes a night. Let's go 34 to Marketing and Embiid. We can go 36 to the backcourt, and let's go 29 to Con Knipple, who was kind of a beast this year. In round 1, we're taking on the Boston Celtics. We know they don't have Jason Tatum anymore. They have a Cam backcourt. They have Cam Christie and Cam Thomas, Brown, Debanza, and then there's KP. There's Ace Bailey, Klingon, Jalen Smith, Ben Seraph. That's a good team. We do win game 1. We lose game 2. We win game 3. We win game 4. And are we going to make light work of the Celtics? Nope. We gotta just choke. We're up 3-1. And then it's now going to a game 7. Jared McCain is shooting 39% from the field. Come on, McCain. I need you to be better than that. And here we go. We're at home in this one. I mean, the Sixers did blow a 3-2 lead against the Celtics in round 2 of the 2023 playoffs. Hopefully, it's a different result on the winner here, and we close it out. We win 118-116. Maxey and Embiid combined for 49. So we're getting Orlando in round 2. They signed Paul George. It would be cool if Paul George is playing for them, but he is not. They have Dylan Harper and Darren Peterson on this team. I wonder if they got that pick from the Suns, because that is a very good player. I think the Magic were bad last year, right? Game 1 goes to Philadelphia, 148-137. We win it in a shootout. Embiid drops 30 points in 30 minutes. We do lose game number 2 by 10. So, you know what? We split them in Orlando. I am fine with that. Game number 3 goes to Philadelphia. We win this one by 27 points, 44 for the backcourt, 17 assists as well from the M&Ms. Game 4 goes to Orlando. We're going back and forth. Maxey has maybe the best game in the playoffs for him, but we do lose it, and we lose game 5. Damn. All right, game 6 here. It's going to be at home. We got to win this, go to game 7 in Orlando. We get off to a great start in the first quarter offensively. Great first half, honestly. Let's finish out strong. Good third quarter, and we are going to a game 7. We blow them out of the building by 39 points. Markkanen drops 27. And here we go, game 7. Back-to-back series. We're playing in a game 7. We beat Boston last series. We know what it takes to get it done in 7 games, but this time we're on the road. Will it be enough? We're down by 4. We are up by 1. Oh boy, down by 1, a minute 50 to go. All right, here we go. Let's watch this unfold. We are here in Orlando. We have Maxey in. I think we have the starting 5. And no, Brogdon's not even in my rotation. Why is he in this game? Unless like Nembhard found out. But a Maxey 3-ball, no good. Oh, that would have been huge. That would have put us up by 2. All right, down by 1. 96 seconds left. Darren Peterson with the ball, guarded by Knipple. Oh, man, I'm nervous. We have Malcolm Brogdon guarding Dylan Harper. They're like 10 years apart, maybe even more than that, and Brogdon gets the stop. Brogdon and Embiid were going out in that 2016 Rookie of the Year race, and Maxey gets to the rim, and he's going to finish inside. There we go. I guess technically the 2017 Rookie of the Year race, but that puts us up by 1. Huge shot there from Maxey. All right, so Dylan Harper with the ball, guarded by Andrew Nembhard. Did Jared McCain foul out? I guess so. And Dylan Harper, you know what? We should have kept Never mind. I thought he wasn't going to get the stop there, but Maxey's running it. Love how quick Maxey pushes the ball. He's going to get by Cason Wallace right at John Collins. What are you doing? That is just too tough of a shot. As I can't speak because I am way too nervous right now. We got 55 seconds left. We are up by 1. Markkanen can't guard Dylan Harper. They retake the lead. All right, so let's see what we can do. Down by 1. Maxey with the ball. Is he going to get the screen from Embiid? Yeah, why don't we go to Embiid in the post? He's guarded by John Collins. It's been all Maxey, and he misses the pull-up jumper. All right, we're down by 1. We really can't afford them to score. Definitely not a 3 to make it a 4-point game. That would pretty much be it. Dylan Harper, Nembhard can't guard Harper, but he throws it to John Collins. What a find right there. Rutgers to Wake Forest, and that puts them up by 3. We do have 1 timeout remaining. I'm not saying you have to go for a 3 for the tie, and we're going to burn that timeout right now. All right, so we're down by 3. We do not have a timeout remaining. We don't have to go for a 3. There's 27 seconds left. I don't think we're going for the quick 2. It's going to be maybe a decently long 2. Can somebody else shoot the ball besides Maxey? Maxey inside somehow gets that without getting blocked, but he misses it, and I think Maxey's going to sell for us right now. He sold it. All right, so down by 5, 15 seconds left. We need a 3. It'd be nice to have Jared McCain in, but Lauri Markkanen is going to take this 3. He's going to make it. All right, that makes it somewhat interesting. We just need them to miss a free throw. I mean, I'd rather the ball go to Cason Wallace, who's not maybe the best free throw shooter in the world. I mean, we'll see. That is Maxey's 5th. If he does miss one, we would have 9 seconds to get down the floor and try to tie the game, and he makes the first. All right, come on, Cason. Please miss this. Please just show Maxey some Kentucky respect and miss this just for him. Come on. All right, let's go. Wallace is going to make it. Damn it. All right, so yeah, we are going to lose game 7 unless Knipple, who's just dribbling it, dude. What are you doing? 4 seconds left. He's going to miss that 3, and the Orlando Magic are going to beat us. All right, so that is unfortunate. You're going to have, like, the Franz Wagner, I guess, bowl here, the Wendell Carter Jr. bowl, Nikola Vucevic bowl, and the Bulls beat them. So you're going to have Jason Tatum versus Devin Booker in the finals, and Devin Booker gets the first ring of his career. I think Kevin Durant retired last year as well, so he wins it with no KD. Who's on this team? Jaden Ivey, Jacoby Walter, Johnny Furphy, and Zach Collins. Wow. Shout out to Devin Booker carrying this team to a ring. And that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know if you think the 76ers should have went this route in the 2024 offseason just due to Embiid's uncertainty with his health. Same thing with Paul George at times as he's getting up there in his career. Do you think, using hindsight, you still draft Jared McCain, but do you dish out those money to role players? Maybe you bring back Buddy Hield. Maybe you go after guys like Isaiah Hartenstein like we did, or KCP, and figure out the team that way? Or do you think they still made the right decision? Let me know down below. Drop a thumbs up if you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.